What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Jedi Jive. My name is Mike. Joining us again is my sister Jenny.
I missed you guys. I was really sick, but I am back this week.
So happy to have you back, Jenny. Not just for the obvious reasons, everybody loves you. We're glad you're back. But also, I'm glad you're back for practical reasons because I'm pretty sure episode 5 of Moon Knight is about to go crazy.
We're going to find out.
And I'm going to need you to make some sense of some of this craziness for me.
Oh, man. Pressure's on.
You're the brains behind the operation, if you will. Anyway, so last week you weren't here, unfortunately, but it was an interesting episode with an interesting ending, to say the least.
Yeah, I felt like rhythmically that episode was all over the place. A lot of ups and downs.
Yes.
And then that ending was just so
unexpected.
Yeah, I was gonna say like tonally out of place. Like it was just so bizarre and cute. And all of a sudden, I'm pretty sure I did have to look this up. I am not an expert on anything Egyptian, but I believe that is Taweret, who is the Egyptian hippo goddess. Mm-hmm. She's like a fertility goddess. So why a fertility goddess is showing up in his mind castle, I don't know.
My mind went straight to, since he got shot in the real world, both Stephen and Mark are like, what's going to prevent them from being literally dead?
Right. So
he's going to have to be like reborn, perhaps.
Here comes one of the Ennead with dubious intentions.
My thinking when I was watching it was like, oh, well, he had just taken the Amet statue from Alexander the Great's throat or whatever. And as far as we know, he still had it on him and was like, oh, well, he doesn't have all these names. He doesn't have Khonshu anymore.
Right.
Could
Khonshu's in the temple.
Could Amet heal him? But here we just encountered
another one.
All of these names.
Yeah,
again,
there's a lot of Egyptian gods that were...
What's her name?
Taweret. We're just becoming familiar, so please forgive us, Egyptian people, if we're getting these wrong.
Anyway, I don't know if we're just going to just jump in right where we left off right at the end there, talking to the hippo lady, but Taweret.
We're doing so well already, and we haven't even started. Let's just watch the episode. Maybe things will go uphill from here.
These 3 a.m. reactions are just like...
They're rough, y'all. They're rough.
All right. Let's jump in and have some fun. We'll talk about it afterwards.
It's all your fault!
Calm down, Mark. Mark, your mind is violently vacillating between sense and nonsense.
He just got like snapped back like a rubber band into Ethan Hawke's office.
You're at Putnam Medical Facility in Chicago, Illinois.
Nope.
Nah.
You're not a doctor. I feel real. I feel like a real doctor.
I feel real.
You're really good. I tell you what, I feel like $1 million. Never felt so good. I'm gonna see myself out. Thank you, doctor.
I don't want to lose the... Be gentle with him. Be gentle with him. Listen, I am not your enemy.
I'm afraid you are actually quite dead.
I'm sorry, what? I'm dead. We're dead? Yes. Yes, Mark, I think she's right. I think...
This is the afterlife, then?
The fucked up afterlife.
It's been a minute since we've had a soul pass through here.
Yeah, okay.
Is this like the way station? Like the Les Je Sont Faits?
Yep.
Yet again?
Passage to the underworld kind of thing.
Welcome, gentle travelers, to the realm of the Duat.
Duat, the Egyptian underworld.
Yeah, the underworld, yep.
She's guiding us through our journey to the afterlife. Wow. Okay. Right.
You'd be surprised how many intersectional planes of untethered consciousness exist.
Yeah.
Intersectional planes of untethered consciousness.
Don't even get me started on the Wanda, all that, yeah.
A psych ward's a first for me, but hey, we can roll with it, right?
Remind me again why she has a British accent.
Talking hippo.
Style.
Right through these doors, for example, we go through here, there's going to be a bunch of patients, and there's Crawley probably about to yell, bingo!
Nope.
Whoa!
What? This is basically reminiscent of
Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice, exactly. Walk through the door and there's like a giant desert.
Yeah. Yeah, as anyone who's ever watched... What?
It worked! Look at that!
Oh, goody!
Like crystallized hearts.
Wait, what's she doing? Oh, she's
So,
weighing her heart.
this is like in Please Don't Eat the
scales.
Pictures,
Yeah,
where they
yeah.
go...
They weigh their... You're gonna weigh their
You weigh your
soul to
heart,
see
and if it's lighter than a feather, you get to go...
Yep. Be in the heavens. And,
Go be in the heavens or the
yeah.
afterlife,
Yeah.
the good place.
The dead will drag you down into the duat, where you will remain forever, frozen in sand.
That's my reference point for Egyptian folklore, y'all, is
Yeah.
Muppet movies.
Yeah.
If it comes to it, kill the hippo, steal the boat. Kill.
Mike.
Why is it doing that?
This is
Why
like
it eating?
Harrow's thing, where it wouldn't balance because
Yeah.
he's not in
He's
balance.
got chaos.
Yeah.
My advice, get in there and show each other the truth. Balance your scales before we arrive at the field of reeds, or your souls will be destroyed.
A little therapy with each other.
Oh, that was such a beautiful shot.
Wow. That's wild.
Ooh.
Did you hear that? Just a creepy calf filled with dead
Ooh.
bodies.
This is some Saw nonsense right here.
Who's that? Mark, why is there a child in a room filled with people that you've killed? Steve, don't go near him. Man. What's your name there? Oh, hold on there.
This is
This
not
turned
gonna
into a
end
horror
well.
movie pretty
Yeah,
quick.
right?
Come on, now wait, see.
Never follow the creepy child in the middle of the weird psych ward.
Mom?
Food's ready. Who's hungry? Row.
Oh, is that him?
Hey, Mark. What do? Keep an eye on your brother, okay?
Later, skaters.
Is something awful gonna happen? Something awful gonna happen to his brother. And he's gonna be responsible.
Do it, let's go. Okay.
Maybe that's the inciting incident that causes him to split personalities.
Yes.
I sure do, Rosa. Sounds
Yeah,
to me
the
like
little brother
things.
was the one that we saw dead, so...
Dr. Grant.
Yeah, Dr.
Smoke-
Grant. They're quoting that stupid movie.
Yeah.
It'll be fine. Don't be a baby.
Don't be a baby. Duh. Can't you like little
Yeah.
bird skeleton?
Yeah.
An omen, a bad one. Yeah, go into the creepy cave in the rain. Great. Another sound decision.
Jeez.
Oh, God, no.
Is this like a spelunking death? Gonna drown in a cave? That's a shitty way to die.
It's just a memory. It's just a memory.
That's certainly traumatizing.
What are you doing here?
Well, that's brutal.
You were supposed to keep him safe.
Stephen, let's go.
This is all your fault. This is all your fault.
Stephen, come here. Come here!
That'll certainly cause some trauma.
The source of all of his trauma.
It's not what she was like. No, let me go. Let me back in there. What are you hiding? Doctor and Fooley, Layla's dad. I tried to get them all away. But we didn't make it.
This is the incident we heard about
Yeah.
last week.
What happened to you?
He met Conchu.
Yeah, like he said, he got shot. He was supposed to die. So
But he
Conchu's-
invited the god in and
Yeah.
got healing
Yeah.
abilities.
Do you want death? Or do you want life? You are a worthy candidate to serve me during this time.
What a predator.
Exchange for your life.
You're fragile. It's delicious.
That snaky old vulture. He was manipulating you from the start.
Mm-hmm.
Scales. Have we done it? Have we balanced them?
Then rise. Rise and live again.
Whoa.
Spooky.
There's my
here we go.
Moon Knight.
Nice. Okay, that's almost like an origin story.
Yeah.
In a way.
Yeah. Both of his trauma and of his superpowers.
Exactly, yeah.
Unbalanced souls are being judged and condemned to the sands before their time. Oh, this is bad. This is evil.
Hero.
Get those scales balanced.
Back at the house, there was that bedroom that you didn't want me to go into. That's it. That's what we should do. Just a second. Just wait a second. I'll tell you everything. Okay? Don't make us go there again. It's not worth it.
Kind of gotta go there now.
You don't really have a choice.
Do you think you created Stephen to hide from all the awful things you feel you've done in your life? Or do you think Stephen created Mark to punish the world for what your mother did to you?
Well, that's a real existential
Mark created Stephen clearly
dilemma.
because Stephen doesn't know what happened in the room and Mark does.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. That's a real chicken egg scenario there,
Yeah,
Dr. H.
It's not my mom.
Mark, open this door. Open this door right now.
It's not my mom.
Oh boy. Okay.
Yeah, this is him dissociating.
Bloody hell. Look at the state of this place.
Now Stephen
Mark,
remembers.
open this door right now.
When danger
He's
is
got like a
near,
little mini scales and
Yeah.
then the poster
have
from the
no
movie.
fear. You made me up.
Open this door right now.
You made me up, man.
You're gonna learn
That's heavy.
to listen.
Oh shit. She's getting the belt.
That she's still alive.
That's why he was making phone calls to her.
To her in the
Yeah,
first episode.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? She's alive. I speak to her every day. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Little silly Tash there. It's very Ned Flanders.
Tash. Ned Flanders. He does look like Ned Flanders.
Stephen's here. He'd like to speak with you. Stephen, would you like to speak to your mother?
My mother's dead.
There you go. Okay,
Yeah.
the scale's gonna move now.
What?
Stephen now.
Yeah.
Where am I? Hey, you alright? Yeah, would you believe it? I am totally lost again. Mom's death in Shiva 2 months ago. This was the moment our lives started bleeding into each other.
Stephen starts waking up in places he doesn't
Yeah.
recognize,
Brought him in that cave.
etc.
Should've brought
Had
him
to
in a
put
cave.
sand around his bed. You know.
How do I open it?
I'm so sorry. Your scales never balanced. Our journey's come to an end.
What? Zombies?
Yep. They're coming to take him to the underworld, right?
Mark, you don't look very friendly. New York, goodbye.
Watch out! Watch out!
Oh no!
But if I'm you, it means I've got this too.
Okay, alright, he just got confidence. Alright.
Alright, Stephen.
That's some Moon Knight shit right there, dude. Right? That's like Mark
Yep.
in the Moon Knight suit. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh!
Just sacrifice himself.
No way! That's the end of Steven. Steven's not necessary anymore.
Yeah,
Dude,
if he becomes self-aware, then how does he exist? He's not necessary. Is
No,
the harsh
dude.
way
Oh
to
my
put it,
God,
but,
bro.
like,
Dude,
oh,
you know
this
that?
is-
Did you see Inside Out?
No.
Oh my god, it's like saying, oh my god, there's a scene in that movie just like that. Jesus.
Stop the boat! Stop the boat!
No, that's that, man.
He's in the field.
I feel like I'm watching an Allegro commercial. And is that damn, dude? Yeah. Wow, that. So wow, yeah, definitely not a single happy, funny moment in that entire episode.
Not really. That was really
psychologically
heavy.
Very heavy,
Start
very
to finish.
very heady. Like literally very heady. Were in his head the entire time.
You know, it was a question we'd had since the very first episode. Which one was the primary personality and which one was the dissociative identity? And we'd sort of vacillated about that. And now today we learned Mark is the primary and Stephen was a dissociative identity he created based on this stupid Indiana Jones knockoff movie to protect himself from his own most traumatic emotions surrounding the death of his brother and the descent of his mother into alcoholism, madness, cruelty.
Yeah, all heavy shit. It was just not,
not a happy childhood, and he dealt with it by creating Stephen as sort of an avatar of his own. It sort of mirrors how he's the avatar for Khonshu. Stephen's sort of an avatar for him, in a way. He pours all his trauma into it and turns it into this nice, normal, positive, happy-go-lucky guy.
And then, you know, Stephen even saw himself pretending to talk to his mother on the phone and would have to have that realization of, like, he would come to terms with the fact that, I really wasn't talking to anybody. But that's why on the boat there at the end, he was like, wait, if I'm you, then I can do what you can do. Like, and he finally came to the
came to, like, full self-awareness in that moment.
But that's ultimately what led him to be, that. Because he's, like I said, he's not necessary anymore. He's not
sort of a weird Matrix moment.
That part
where
of Mark's personality.
You know, it's sort of like a weird Matrix moment where he realizes he can jump from one building to the other.
Yeah, sure.
You know, like, if I'm you, I can fight supernatural Egyptian zombies like a warrior. And he does, but
it's
then
like, the gun is in my hand. Kind of thing,
Yes, exactly.
Good job. You're not really. You didn't think it.
So I mean, there were a couple really heavy moments of realization for him along the way. There was the moment where he said, "You made me up." Like, that is the most heartbreaking,
heavy,
heartbreaking moment of, like, I'm not real. And then when Dr. Harrow called his bluff and called this number on the phone and said, talk to your mother, and he looked at the phone and said, my mother's dead.
Yeah.
And then that final moment that we're talking about, all three of those are sort of successive stages and coming to, like, full self-awareness. And then once that's achieved, he has no purpose anymore.
Yeah, and because we were introduced to Stephen first, we've kind of had the Stephen perspective on things. So, you know, to us, it feels like our main character is dying, but really, ultimately, this was Mark's journey because he was in denial about his mother's situation.
Yeah.
And he didn't want to go in the room. And he was like, no. Like, he was the one who didn't want to. Like, so ultimately, this was Mark having to mature and to come to terms with reality. And that, you know, for us, we saw Stephen was the main character to us from the beginning. But now we get to see how Mark is the actual person. And Stephen was just he created.
There was a weird bit of, I want to say foreshadowing right before the little brother dies. They're walking towards that cave, and it was Stephen at the time, adult Stephen, but adult Stephen almost steps on that bird skeleton, which resembled Khonshu. And to me, that was at the very least a symbol that this may have been his destiny all along, that he was, like, destined to be Khonshu.
Khonshu was grooming him
right, and
from the start.
On the bad end of that would be Khonshu picked him out and chose him and caused the death of his brother.
Yeah, that would be a little
put him on this path. I don't know if
that
it's that
scene
literal.
with Khonshu made that seem like that could very well be the case because we were like, wow, we're actually seeing, because he has this nice, soft, deep, pleasant voice.
He was a complete predator. He was grooming him.
But it's clearly that Khonshu is not.
He was like, ooh, you're all broken and messed up.
Yeah.
How appealing.
Yeah.
Like, that was creepy.
Very
he was
creepy.
Absolutely like a predator.
Yeah.
In that moment. And it made me think that bird skeleton, that it's a possibility that he was, like, chosen.
Yeah.
And that Khonshu put him through all of this unbelievable trauma just to lead him to that position, including causing the death of Layla's father and causing the death of Mark's brother and all of these things that had to happen for Mark to be in this position, to become Khonshu's avatar.
Yeah, to me, there's also
possible.
The immediate like visual symbolism of like the skeleton in general being like a symbol of death, and like we were in the underworld, like literally in the underworld.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's so many like underworld references there in that regard, like like a cave, or like the skeleton in general, and just man.
Yeah. This was not a light.
Yeah, heavy.
This was not a
psychologically
episode.
Heavy and deep shit. But definitely like.
What's very interesting is how much of the stuff that like fake Dr. Harrow, who's a construct in his head in this liminal space, right?
Mm-hmm.
But so much of the stuff that like Dr. Harrow is saying to him is more or less accurate.
Yeah.
You know, and he's like, you have to go confront Steven and tell him the truth, and that was true. He did. He actually gave him kind of good advice.
Wait a minute here. Ultimately, like we never really advanced anything other than like our understanding of Steven and Mark in this episode when it comes to like what Harrow and the information he was trying to infiltrate.
Right.
Like, what is it he's trying to get out of Mark?
Well, I'm not sure that that's Harrow trying to get anything out of him. I think that Harrow's maybe a construct in Mark's mind.
Oh, he was just a roadblock towards him.
Yeah, towards him reaching self-awareness.
I guess,
I
yeah.
think
And that,
so.
like, so is all of this entire episode then took place within a few moments in the real world kind of thing.
Yeah, well,
and that, like, he's still standing there with a gun having just shot him, and he's all, this is all happening.
The one thing that I think is, like, a tie-in to the real world.
Because Layla's still ducked down there.
Those souls started to fall, or those, because Taweret was like, oh no, that's bad, that's evil.
Yes.
They're being judged before their time, which means Harrow must have succeeded in some way in resurrecting Amit, right?
Oh, I guess.
The scales are going, people are being judged before their time, and they're falling into this Juwat.
Yeah, I'm not sure what to make of that yet.
Because
he would have had to, I don't know.
Hopefully we'll catch up on that.
No, because we haven't had like a whole sequence of them like releasing Amit. You know, it's just I'm sure they're gonna do that if they're gonna like let her out. It's gonna be a like
presumably,
genie coming out of the lamp. Literally,
presumably next week we'll find out what's going on topside.
Yeah.
Well, all of this is going on.
You weren't here last week, but I did enjoy the genie in the lamp reference of it all. The whole like phenomenal cosmic power.
Oh yeah,
itty bitty
little
yeah. Anyway, so as one more episode, right?
Yeah.
There are 6 episodes,
That's
right?
Next week,
as far as we know. So this was like a psychologically thrilling episode. So I'm gonna go ahead and assume that next week is gonna be a little bit more action heavy. Hopefully, it'll be a finale in general. And also one more thing I was considering was we never really mentioned post-credit scenes and what might happen and what we might get. And when we came into the show, we really came into this being like, this is a standalone. Don't be too overly concerned with how this connects with things and making this MCU and like which characters. They're all new characters, all new story. Like
this is a show
brand new. But hold on.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, let me finish. That this is still MCU.
Yeah.
And at the very end of the day, like people are gonna want to see that, and I still feel like we're gonna have a post-credit scene character tie-in. And we mentioned a couple weeks ago how they were teasing it might be something along the lines of Sharon Carter.
Yeah, there was that Gaspar Ulliel character who's like a black market art dealer.
Arts and antiquities, Egyptology.
She mentioned that she had met up with him in Madripoor, and I was like, oh, maybe they were with the power broker, you know,
so we
selling
know
some illicit art.
Some Madripoor dealings. It would be fun to get a tie-in, and I think Sharon Carter would be a fun one that they could possibly...
That having been said, this is a show full of multiverses. Steven and Mark is sort of a mini multiverse of the mind.
Very true. Yeah.
This whole episode was like the multiverse of memory, to where it mentioned this is just an afterlife. It's like the good place, where they're in a good place. It's not the good place, or like
even that psych ward was set up in that way, like we were like reminiscent of Beetlejuice, where it was just like, you know, doors to
doors to various weird other alternate realities. And then Taweret mentions that there are, you know, infinite possible afterlives. I can't remember the phrase, but it was something about intersecting planes of something or other.
Yeah.
And so this is a show full of references to the fact that everything is multiplicitous. Like the mind is multiplicitous. The world around us is multiplicitous.
Yes.
There are multiverses everywhere. So even though this isn't directly continuing the sort of Wanda, Doctor Strange, Loki multiverse storyline, there's sort of a thematic crossover to that idea.
That, and I can't remember exactly what it was. Maybe somebody can remind me. But I do think there was like a visual timeline tie-in at one point early in one of the earlier episodes that kind of put this right around the time of Spider-Man Homecoming.
Oh, okay.
As in, like, I don't remember what it was, but there was definitely
like a poster on the street or something.
Exactly,
like
I don't remember what it was,
right.
but we do know that this is relatively around the same time as a lot of the other shit we've been seeing.
Right.
So either way, it would still be nice to get some type of tie-in, something, some little thing for us to chew on and freak out about and be like, what's coming next? Because there's always.
I would love it if there were. I'm not holding my breath, but like the fact that this is the first show in this sort of new franchise, to have 0 Avengers in it, is exciting in its own way, because this is just it's a whole new world. Not to like belabor the Aladdin reference.
Doctor Strange is coming out, and
the
Thor, Love and Thunder, and all that stuff. They just it's like we got some movies coming out on the horizon, and we've had all of these shows. And there's going to be more shows. Like, they're going to have She-Hulk, and all this,
more stuff is coming down.
More stuff on the horizon. But it's been fun, and we're enjoying it. And I can't wait to see how this ends.
Me too.
It's been different.
It's a very different vibe.
In a good way.
Yeah.
We'd love to hear what you guys think about this episode in the comments below, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you want to see a fully unedited reaction, put one on patreon.com/JediJive. We'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye, guys.